broadcast starts. No! The standard is the standard. We set the standard.
That is right, folks. It is the Omaha Beef Prime Time Beef Huddle. I'm your host, DJ K DuB Omaha. Today, of course, we have our regular Coach Negron during the offseason coming in to give his little twist, little flavor. But we also have the official partner of your Omaha Beef, 42 Degrees. Welcome to the building. Let's go. Woo! Woo! Give it a little clap. Man, first of all, welcome to Coach Negron. Okay?
Thank you for having me again.
He loves to partake and take care of all of our sponsors and really get the inside. So I like bringing him in a couple times, maybe here, maybe there, because he doesn't know Omaha like we know Omaha. So I appreciate you joining us today. And 42 Degrees, thank you very much for being a part of the show, but also being a part of the Omaha Beef, where we're looking for that 1% competitive edge. And every team is looking for it. Coach, I'll let you kind of go in a little bit more in depth of what 42 Degrees is going to be and be for us.
Yeah. So, Kyle, welcome. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Big shout out to 42 Degrees, the whole team, your entire leadership team. If I'm not mistaken, it's second year partnering with the team. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, official wellness partner for
Correct.
2026. Just tell us a little bit about the company and kind of what the mission statement for 42 Degrees maybe is.
Yes. So 42 Degrees, we are the elite wellness and lifestyle one-stop shop for Omahans and folks in Lincoln as well. And we have a few locations in Bellevue too. So really encompassing that Omaha metro and getting out into Lincoln too.
Yeah.
What was important for you, or what are you guys seeing with partnering with Omaha Beef for year two? What have you seen from year one that made you want to jump to be the official partner for year two?
Yes. First and foremost, thank you for welcoming us in.
We love it. Thank you.
But being that community leader, the good business neighbor, we know that sports is a huge driver for families and communities alike. It brings all walks of life together. So marrying the two with sports, 42 Degrees, and having that community initiative to back the whole partnership is what really, I believe, sets Omaha Beef apart, as well as 42 Degrees.
Tell us a little bit about Kai. Look, football has its physical wear and tear on an athlete's body. Obviously, the mental wear and tear. What are some of the benefits of some of the products that 42 Degrees offers that players may want to partake in to be able to get through the long grind of a season?
Yes, so there's a plethora of products that could help with both mental wellness or physical wellness as well. So with either product, of course, it depends on what you're looking for, but the staff at 42 Degrees, they are very well versed and they are experts in this space. So any question that you have on a specific product or an ailment, they are definitely your go-to person or organization to find what's best for you.
And how many locations in the Omaha area, just so we can let the fans know?
I want to say there are 9, but that, I want to say
Give or take one.
Well, with the Lincoln, so, and then Bellevue, so.
Very good. Yeah.
Of course, we know we also partnered with you guys last year with the Veterans Food Bank. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because, of course, with the Omaha Beef, those that attend, we appreciate that. Of course, they all know about the veterans and how important that is to the Omaha Beef. So that connection is almost good, just goes hand in hand.
Yes. And, Veterans Day is coming up right around the corner. November will be here before we know it. But yes, 42 Degrees is a huge supporter of the food pantry, especially serving veterans. That is a huge passion for folks who serve our country and have served our country and being that support system for them. So then marrying this partnership as well, it makes it a holistic community effort, and it doesn't take just one person or one group to make a difference. It really is a community, a team collaboration.
And do you want to, Kai, do you want to tell the fans and people watching a little bit about the giveaway plans for during the season? I know there's something big. I hope I'm not giving up a surprise, but if I am, Ricky,
hold on.
To
He
be
ruined a
determined.
good big surprise.
It's a
Hold
good
on.
surprise. I'm excited.
Yes,
Yes.
to be determined. So
Yes.
make sure you follow, like, and share, and
Yes.
that will be coming out in the coming days.
Yes.
So
Good stuff. I mean, look, we again, partnerships are such a huge component of our success. This franchise has been in existence for 26 years, and I think we do a really good job of picking the right partnerships that reflect, a unified mission between the team and the partner. I couldn't be more thankful as the guy who it directly affects, right? Because you're helping my players, and that means the world to me. So, on behalf of our entire franchise, I cannot thank 42 Degrees enough, and I hope that you guys receive, if not more benefit than we do, but beyond. I mean, I can't thank you enough.
well, thank you.
Of course, you also work with the owner, Ricky Burtz. How's that relationship been for you? And I think obviously having that connection instead of always having to go through a side contact or a third party, that makes the connection a little more real, a little more, closer.
Yes, for sure. It's definitely easier to get things done when you don't have to go through as many folks. So the decision maker being right there, it definitely makes everything streamlined in that sense. But, Ricky knows what he's doing. He knows his stuff. He's very familiar with, the sports, the physical, the athlete side, as well as the business side and marketing side, which is what makes this partnership so great.
And of course, when you look at your business, how can people find you guys? What are hours? What are the days? Because nowadays there is no longer those 24 hours, those always available. So I think especially on those weekends, stuff like that, when players are done with games, those are the most important times for our players, but it could be for our fans who may have had a long week. They're looking for something to help themselves on the weekend to just make it where they can actually relax and sit back for a moment.
Yes, I mean, we have a location right down the street of Liberty First Credit Union. So definitely a stop to make in before a game, after a game, or, within your leisure time. So 42 Degrees Omaha.com, and you'll find all their store locations within Omaha, Bellevue, and Lincoln, as well as their store times.
Awesome. Well, we greatly appreciate you joining us today and kind of sharing your message, but also just making sure that you're now a part of the Beef family a little more in depth.
That's it. Yeah. Again,
appreciate
welcome. Official wellness partner, 42 Degrees. Clap it up.
That's right. That's right. Get that added sound. You know what I mean? That's what the Omaha Beef does. They add sound. But thank you again.
Yes,
and
thank
we
you.
will for sure be in contact. Make sure to check out those reels because that's what we do. We are sharing what our organization is a part of, those sponsorships, just like we did with Where's the Beef today, another episode. Man, that was amazing.
It's really good.
But
thank you again, Kaya.
Great night.
Appreciate
Thanks, Kaya.
you as well.
We appreciate you. Now up next, we have another one of our sponsors. This one is going to come via the stream.
Via satellite.
So let's go ahead and bring him on. That's a blessing of this.
Hello.
Just bring them in. Nebraska Junk Solutions, where they are honestly looking to help you out. If you got junk, you got clean out needs, that is who you need to get a hold of. Welcome to the show.
Thanks
Doug,
for
how
having
you
us.
doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Mrs. Blunt, how are you? I got to call you that until Doug formally introduces you to me.
No, you're good. I'm Sarah. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Nice to meet you. That seems to be a common thing. We had it with Coach Kane, and now we have it with Doug, where the official introduction just isn't happening.
Well, I'll say this. Doug has told me that the wife is the hub of the operations, right? So he's already given her a lot of credit.
Well, I greatly appreciate you guys also being a part of the Omaha Beef. And I think, the best part is you're helping people that need it. It's a need, right? It's not just, hey, we're going to get called and we're not going to be needed. This is something that maybe you cannot get your broken washer dryer out. Maybe you can't get a garage cleaned up. Kind of explain to our fans here, the Beef Nation, kind of what Nebraska Junk Solutions about, where you guys started and how it's been going.
So for me, I did a lot of work in like in-home care. So I worked with a lot of intellectual adults and children, and I noticed that there's some things that they need help with more. So kind of just giving back, we love to do.
That's great. That's great. And guys, just give a little history. So how long has the company been open?
It is going on a year now.
Okay. Happy anniversary, right? 1 year anniversary. It's not easy to
Appreciate
be
it.
a small business owner. So that's a huge accomplishment. And just, look, I know obviously the name of the company is Nebraska Junk Solutions. It's very broad. What are the areas you're primarily servicing now? Or are you guys pretty much open going to anywhere in the state if the job makes sense?
We are open to go anywhere in the state of Nebraska.
What's kind of the furthest so far that you guys have been requested, and what's of course your main service area that you guys fill?
We have gone out to Newton a couple of times, Newton, Iowa, also Des Moines. As long as it makes sense and it kind of fits with everyone's guidelines, we're willing to, make that trip and do what's needed.
Man, of course, when it comes to, those days, I believe I just saw Bellevue post that they're having their trash days or their collection days. How does that work with you guys? You have to be, because you're the citizen of the city of Bellevue and that's the only city that you can help with that process? Or do you need like someone with that driver's license from that city and maybe you can help? Because those fall and spring clean out days are probably some of the busiest times for you.
Yes, we get a lot of calls. They will ask a lot about what we can haul away that the city won't allow them to haul away necessarily because they won't take it. So we're a secondary option for them that is willing to take it and maybe recycle it instead of just sending it to the landfill, or maybe repurpose it if need be, to try to find somebody in need that we can help them out as well.
And then when you look at your service, what is it based off of weight? How does someone know what a charge could be? They don't, obviously we're not saying, okay, for a washer, it's this, but is it based off of weight? Is it based off of time? How do you guys do your guys' charges? So our customers know when they call you, these are the questions they should be able to answer.
We like to go out and at least look at the job, or we can also take like photos. They can send photos to us as well. And we kind of go off of how much there is. That's kind of how we just estimate it. And we try to really meet those guidelines that we're not overpricing anybody, because that's not what we're there for,
Well, I'll say this, guys, as someone who was in multifamily real estate for 2 decades, there's definitely a need. I'm again beyond thankful that Doug and I met, and Miss Sarah, that now you guys are part of the partnership family here with the Beef. It means a lot. Everything that partners do, directly affects my players and their benefits and well-being. So can't thank you enough for being part of the partnership family for the first time. I hope we can do this for years to come. What's a way, guys? Just we don't want to keep you too long. I know you got babies and want to be able to have dinner. Tell the fans how they can get a hold of you if they need your service. Obviously, you're going to be out in front of our fans and fan base a lot during the season, but here in the off season, if there's work to be done, how can they get a hold of Nebraska Junk Solutions?
We have Facebook and Instagram. We have TikTok as well. And we also have the phone number, of course. But majority of the time, she runs the Facebook and the Instagram. So if I can't get a hold of you by not necessarily seeing my phone right away, she always has it right then and there. And then she's blowing me up 24/7. Telling me to get a hold of it.
No, give us the business number. We'll put that in the comments for you too. What's the business number for Nebraska Junk Solutions?
Hold on. This guy just doesn't read because it's small print. Can't see, but that's okay. That's why I love.
I really can't see. It's true.
I know. And even when we get a bigger screen, no. But go ahead with that number, and if you guys need to write it down, don't be afraid, guys. It is on the bottom of the screen, but we'll let them shout out their number because I think there's 2, right? There's 2 numbers because I only got 1 on there.
Yes, there is. So the first one is 531 210-5858.
And I do see it now. I do.
See, if we don't have fun with Coach in the offseason, then the regular season is going to be
We're
hard.
looking for a glasses lens cleaner sponsor, just FYI.
Well, we greatly appreciate you guys being a part of the team and also just helping this community one at a time. You know, I mean, that's all that we can ask is for those who know the Omaha Beef know that community is number one. And without the community, we're not the Omaha Beef. So we appreciate you guys taking care of people and doing something that is requested, not something that you're just going to look to do.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And Doug, make sure you tell your boy we'll see him soon. We'll get him in front of some players, get him have catch on the field pregame and all that good stuff. Again, very thankful that you guys partnered with us for the 2026 season. I hope it's many more. And look, anybody, you know, you don't want to clean out your own apartment. You know, you don't want to clean out the garage. I know I sure as hell don't. Contact Doug and Sarah at Nebraska Jug Solutions. And again, guys, welcome to the team. We're excited.
Another
I
one.
appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Man, we are just bringing them on, letting our sponsors know how important they are to us. Now, do we have a guest here? I don't know. He's kind of.
We do. The show is doing so good, and now you know.
And then we bring in a guy.
Bring in the warden.
You know what? All right. So for those that know, I have a big day this Saturday. I have my daughter's wedding. You know, I have that, and I went and got a haircut. Yes, there's hair under here. Well, I got this cleaned up, and my barber goes, what about that? I can't grow it like this guy.
Right.
If I could grow it like this guy, I don't need someone bagging on me because I can't grow it.
Now you got all cleaned up. You got good. Do we want to talk? You got your daughter getting married this weekend?
Yeah,
That's why you
man.
got all
She's
clean.
getting married.
I don't want him thinking you got cleaned up for him.
No.
No.
I got cleaned up for the daughter. You know, we've done something right. She went through college and now she's getting married. Unlike mom and dad that got married out of high school, you know, she did it right. So I appreciate everybody that supports us. Let's bring on the commissioner of that league that we're all a part of, the NAL, Mr.
Brandon Eichert. Welcome.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Say it louder for those in the back. Brandon Eichert. Welcome to the show. Let's go.
Thank you. Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Commissioner. How are you?
Hold
today?
on, I got to turn him up. I got to turn his mic up. He had no mic at all. Go ahead, say it again. What'd you say?
I just said good evening. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Omaha. It's starting to feel like things are rolling in the NAL. Fans, hopefully you're seeing. We got our first home game announcement. Who's that verse? I forgot. What's the team name?
We got Pueblo coming in March 14th.
March 14th.
First regular season game. We will have a preseason game, but I can't put that out there.
I think they call it Pueblo.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Pueblo.
Yeah.
Right?
Pueblo.
Like a village.
Like a village. Like a Pueblo.
Got it. See you soon.
You know, Commissioner, how is it just having all this successful things starting to roll? Everything is starting to roll in pieces, right? We're slowly seeing teams that are joining, seeing schedules come together, seeing teams announce players. What is it like from your point of view, and how is it slowly coming together? This is year 2 for you. Correct. Of course, you know, things are starting to become your way and the way that you're looking to put it together with your team and all the team owners.
Well, I mean, a lot of people say it's my way, but they have to realize it's really not. It's the group of owners we have. I mean, I've said that everywhere I've been. The owners are the ones who really push what they want to see for the future of the league. They take some ideas. You know, I have ideas. I do give ideas of things I think would be beneficial, and then we bounce it off of them. But as far as the growth, the way it's going, everything's going the way it's been planned. You know, we put this thing in process and started rolling it when I did take over back in pretty much January, I think. And we started rolling what we wanted to do, how to grow the league the right way with the viability, the visibility, and doing it the right way with the right teams, right owners, right cities, organizations, you know, the right. Those words over and over.
No left. He don't know what left is.
There's no NASCAR here.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Commish, thanks for coming. It's huge. We appreciate it. You know, first off, let me say, as someone who's been, you know, part of the NAL for a long time, this is probably the most excited for a season that I am, just because of the work that I know you've helped orchestrate during the offseason. So big thank you for that. You know, look, we want a league to play in that's competitive and moving in the right direction, and no one can deny that the work you're putting in is doing that. So thank you. What's you know, as you're kind of getting through the offseason, and we kind of, you know, we know who we're going to be in 2026. We got the schedule release coming out soon, all that good stuff. What's kind of the next year plan, like the 2027 plan? And you know, and I know a lot of that probably encompasses growth, but you know, is there a growth stoppage point for you? Do you have like a sweet spot that you want to be, or is it just unlimited as long as the right organizations keep coming in?
It's got to be the right organizations. I mean, the ownership group and everyone, we've talked about it. There's not a number that you set on it. If it's, you know, 7 teams, 8 teams, 9 teams, 10 teams, you know, there's other leagues that have stayed, that have been consistent for years, and they've hovered around the same number, you know, not getting up there. When they got the bigger numbers, they struggled.
Right.
So it's just about the right organizations. When you have the right organizations, the right ownership groups, and the right individuals behind them, you have a good product. You want to start. I mean, everyone's been watching indoor football for a while. What is the one goal you want every year? You start with a number of teams, you finish with a number of teams, you start with that number of teams the next year.
Right.
That's the goal. So I think we've got that this year. You know, I feel very, very good. Obviously, you never guarantee anything in this world, but I'm as close to a guarantee on that as I would get in any of my professional businesses. So that would be the starting point. You know, I know everybody thinks of capping it. As long as it's regionally proper for the organizations. I mean, it's hard to put a team, you know, with our footprint right now, we really wouldn't want to put a team, let's just say, up in Maine.
Right.
That just doesn't fit the footprint of what we're doing, and it wouldn't be beneficial for the league. And everyone would say that. I know you guys see them. They're on social media. They need to add a team here. They need to add a team there. It's a lot more than just putting teams places. Brandon, you've been in this a long time. There are a lot of cities I'd like to drop a team in. I'd love to.
Yeah.
It's not the right
gotta
ownership
make sense,
group.
man.
It then doesn't make sense. So that's the part that's got to be looked at completely when it's on this side. You know, there's a lot of people that say things, but we're on the side of reality. And I would say this, and you don't know a lot of stuff that's happening, coming out, the stuff we have planned, even though you're on the inside scoop. There's a lot of things that are coming that we don't release the things until, you know, subjects, items, games, things of that nature, until we know it's there. And you've seen that, Brandon.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the problem in many leagues is they'll give you this big hype of they've got the greatest thing ever, and it's just a hope. And if it's not there in reality, then we're not giving the fans anything. We're, in the terms of everyone, I'll say this for those watching on social media and other platforms, we're giving you lies. And we're not about lying to people.
Right.
We're telling the truth. We're being honest. We're being transparent to the fullest we can. And we'd say the things we need to when we need to. And that's the goal to keep it growing, Brandon. I mean, again, 10 teams, 12 teams, 16 teams, 20 teams. There's no number. As long as it's feasible for the owners to continually do it, that's where the league will go.
What's been your biggest learning curve this past year that you feel like you've kind of gotten grasp with having the help of the owners get you more in tune with what's going on? Of course, you know, everybody wants those big dog positions, but they don't put in the time to learn from those that have done it before them, right, wrong, or indifferent, but also the people that are around the league that have been there for years. What's kind of been your biggest learning curve?
The honest learning curve, and people may not believe it, is how much ownership groups and organizations really do need. You're not a figurehead. I mean, there's other leagues that have figureheads, and you don't know what the commissioner does behind the scenes. They're there if the owner needs something. You have to with problems, answer questions, connect to other people. The learning curve for me, I did not know that part. So it goes from, oh yeah, this is a great position, you know, make sure everything runs smoothly day to day, grow the business, help them, you know, with the visibility of the league and everything. And then it goes from that to, hey, you got, last year we had 9 owners at the beginning of the year. You got 9 owners and you're getting 13 calls a day. What's going on here? But it's just being able to understand the needs of the individuals and learning your markets. I mean, I'm not a genius on Omaha, man. I'm not, but I've learned a lot about Omaha from the beef. You know, obviously dealing with other organizations, Sioux City with Don. I've learned about Sioux City. I've learned about Denver with you know, Tony. So learning about the areas and the needs of those locations of what their area would need. I live in North Carolina, so I was close enough to Greensboro that I kind of understood that area. But would work in Greensboro and with us there is not going to work with you in Omaha. So I can't come to you and suggest to you things in Omaha without understanding your background. So the biggest learning curve is understanding the demographics and the individuals and the history of where you are. I think it's not one people would think about, honestly.
So I got 2 questions, but they're kind of together, so I'll ask them together. So the first question I have is, you know, look, you go on social media or you evaluate the public perception of indoor football. Right now, there are 3 to 4 leagues that are considered, I guess, tier 1, right? And we'd like to think the NAL is one of them, maybe AF1, IFL, and, you know, I know the TAL is up and coming. if someone were to ask you what sets the National Arena League apart, or what you want to be the set apart from the other leagues, what would that be?
I think it's going to be the business plan, which people don't understand, but it doesn't just include the financials. It includes the business plan of including the community, growing the product in the community, and being there for everybody. And also the transparency of the league is owned by the owners. So a lot of people don't understand that. If that's a secret I'm not supposed to say, I'm sorry. But it's built in the fact of everyone has an equal say. And a lot of other situations you get into, there's one owner, there's, you know, 2 guys that have majority, 3 guys that have majority. Someone has a lot of this or that, and they have a majority say. With the league, I'm a non-biased commissioner. I don't have a favoritism towards any team. I could care less, pardon it, if you guys like me or not. It's not my job for you guys to like me.
I like it.
But I mean,
Aw, man. You told me I had to like him and he was gonna like me, and now I have him next to me and he don't care.
Listen, man, I'm doing job preservation, like the man.
Okay, like him, got it.
But that's the thing. I mean, everyone believes that it's, you know, everyone has to appease people. It's not. It's about being honest. And I think that's what sets us apart. Now, I can't speak for internal front offices of other offices, or excuse me, other leagues. But with our league, that's what sets us apart as far as working internally. Externally, I would say looking at what we do for the fans. We're rolling out things now that we have not had, did not have last year. We've worked on, and we talked about that in meetings, and you know, we're rolling out new things, new features that are going to engage the fans more. They're giving the fans more access, allowing the fans to see more of what goes on a week-to-week basis, which some leagues do. And there's different things from every league. And let's be honest, what is the great quote about you not recreating something, just kind of just borrow it?
Right.
I'm going to say borrow because steal is illegal.
Biggest form of flattery is imitation.
So, I mean, you take things from leagues that are very popular, and let's be honest, take something from the NFL. I mean, the league owners went in and did, I don't think any other indoor league has one. We have an NAL shop. Right. I mean, it's a league shop where everyone is showing that we support everyone. And it's just stuff like that that we're doing as a league to help the fans see that we want to be professional and treat everyone right. And again, they'll start seeing more. I mean, like I said, I can't give a lot of it out because it's going to be rolled out over the next couple weeks.
He can't ruin the good surprises on you.
No, there's
He's
good
tired
surprises.
of those.
There's some good ones coming.
So players, of course, what's the message that you have for players? Of course, we always promote, this gives you an opportunity to get how far do you want to take it and how far do you want to go? What's the message from a commissioner to players to understand how this league could help them if that's where they're at in their time?
I'll give advice more than what it could get them, because everyone's level that they get to is based on their skill level, their talent level, and their ability and drive, which is what you basically just said. But the one thing I will say to athletes in the league is, and I'll look right at the camera to say this, be a professional. The key is, just because you sign a contract, no matter what the professional league you sign with, does not mean you are a professional. It means you got a contract. So if you want to get to those next levels, you have to be a professional. You have to act correctly. You have to be the right person. Look at your social media. I know it sounds crazy, but look at your social media. Look at the things you do in the community and then compare it. Everybody wants to be, give me an NFL player.
Everybody wants to be
we're near Kansas City, so everybody wants to be
Patrick
Mahomes.
Everybody wants to be Patrick Mahomes, right? Does he have any iffy stuff that he does that's just not proper? No. He's not Antonio Brown, right? Let's just put it that way.
Just in the games he does, you know, like dropping the shoulder on someone. But if someone did it to him, it's a penalty. I don't get it. But go ahead.
But I'm saying that's the thing I want him to take. Players, it's more along the lines of professionalism to get you to the next level. Because if this man has to speak for you, he wants to promote you. But if it's between you and another player, and the other player is, and I'm not going to say squeaky clean because no one is squeaky clean, but the other person is more professional, does what's asked, does the community events, helps with the team, build the organization, has a great relationship, signs every autograph after the game. We all do it. And you want to get in early because you kind of want to go to the after party because you won, or, you know, all those kind of things. He's more likely, and he'll never say this, but I can say it because I'm not a coach anymore. I'm more likely to say, this guy's the model athlete.
Oh, I'll say it.
But I mean, that's what I would
His
say.
face will say it, and then he'll say it. So I have to make sure I'm covering when it's not for him to say it. But I just like that message to get out there, because everybody can have that next opportunity, but you got to do it right. Whether it is showing how important the community is, because you've seen through the different teams in this past year where some can make it because that community is that important. Others fall short, but the players don't understand that they're a part of that community. They have to interact, whether it's sharing the social media, whether it's really showing these companies that are supporting your team, you're going to make it well known that they are a part of my family now. And I think we're obviously doing some things on our side as our social media part. And Coach, he's came in and he's grabbed it by the horns. And I just hope the players follow. But it's not just here in Omaha. It's hopefully others see that is what needs to be done if you want to get the sponsorships that teams have. Because without sponsorships, those checks, those food vouchers, those places to stay, those slowly work away. And I think that's hard for you, because then they might go, hey, Commish, why is this happening in my city? How have you gotten those calls that people kind of try to reach out, like as if you're going to change someone's idea? And
I know the answer, so go ahead.
It's not from that level. It's the reverse.
Okay.
It's organizations, and I will say this is not organizations that are still with us.
Yeah.
I guess that's a nice way to put it.
Yes.
So organizations that will have people reaching out to us because they're not doing exactly what we've talked about, fulfilling the obligations of the community. And a lot of times, this in your community, you guys are out there. I know Brandon loves to eat, so you're at every restaurant you're supposed to be at, right? I mean,
shout out to Okie Dokie this morning.
Yes. Where's the beef we created? Where's
so
the
good.
beef?
But I mean, something like that. I mean, it's as simple as you own a food voucher. All they're asking you to do, here's a good one, Brandon. This goes way back. I know this from when I was back in 2009 when I was playing. Look, it's a free food voucher. That doesn't mean it's free.
Right.
You better drop at least a 5 on the table to make sure that she has it. Yes. But you would be surprised at how many people will lose deals because you'll have athletes come in and not think that way. I'm a professional athlete. You know who I am? No, they don't.
They don't.
They have no clue who you are.
I also told him, I think one thing that can go far, especially because I think our number one food places are the smaller businesses, the family owned, is a Google review. I don't know about you, but when I travel, I go, okay, let me pull up breakfast near me. And I go, okay, so we got one that's a 4.3, but they only have 5 reviews. Man, that's 5 kind of iffy reviews. Oh no, I got this other one that's got a 4.5, 200 reviews because all the players have done it. That's going to attract me to it. And it's just those little things that can separate you as an athlete and show that, one, I'm going to do my part. I think it's an understanding of a part more than it is of a job. It's your part to get that money coming back to you, and for them to really want to continue to go, I want to partner with you. I want to partner with you. Of course, we know with the Omaha Beef, the 26 years speaks for itself, but the continuance of showing how important these sponsors are is what has kept Winchester's a part of us. Now we got 42 Degrees who's on year 2, and they're going bigger. Why? Because they want to be a part of something. And I think if the athletes understand the part of being a part of something more than just playing the game, especially at this level, those are the important things more than it is that Saturday. That Saturday's important. Don't get me wrong. The wins, losses. But if we don't do that extra, the rest doesn't, we can't finish.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Last question I have for you, Commissioners, and we're speaking in the same realm of professionalism and opportunity and partnerships. Look, I know from my time in this game, and you know this too, everybody thinks they can own an arena football team, right? So any opportunity I get to put you in front of a microphone and tell people that are thinking about owning a team, what the bare minimum requirements, what it really takes, I'm going to jump at the opportunity to let you answer. So I want to own a team tomorrow. What's the bare minimums I got to have in place before I give you a call to expand?
I'm going to give you your first question. Say, do you have $250,000 right now you're willing to lose?
Well, I don't.
Well, then don't call me.
Well, I'm going to call you anyway.
Put your phone down, man.
But I'm just saying, I had a joke when I had some individuals asking me about a team, and I said, hey, do you have $250,000? The guy's like, why? It's like, because I'll make you a deal of a lifetime. I said, you can write me a check for $100,000 right now, and you won't lose the 150. Because to start an indoor football team, again, market. It depends on where you are and what you're doing. But to start an indoor team, you've got to think of the expenses. Turf, dashers. Does your arena have a wall system? How much is your arena going to cost? It's no secret that some arenas we've had in the league in the past are astronomical in cost. We're talking 2 to 3 times payroll just for the arena.
Yes. So
you've got to know those are the starting points. Okay. You have no equipment. So you've got to buy all new equipment. You're looking at $20,000 to $30,000, $40,000 in equipment. You're looking at apparel. As far as your jerseys, your practice gear, all those things. Do you have somewhere to practice with your arena? So you start breaking down a budget in that area because every area is different. But if you would probably say, give me a round number of what I need to have, I would honestly start at the 250 range and then work your way up, depending upon your area, all the way up to $350,000. And that would be understanding that worst case scenarios, we don't sell a ticket, we don't get a single sponsorship, we pay all our bills, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And once you start selling, those numbers start coming down, obviously. And trades do help. Now, remember, when I give you that number, Brandon, I'm not including things that you were talking about. I'm not including a food sponsorship.
Right.
You still got to feed your guys.
Yeah.
Housing.
Just to be clear, and this is from someone that, you know, works both in the front office and then obviously you guys know I coach during the season, is it's different now. It's, you know, the business has changed, right? So things that were traded out in 2009 when Brandon, they don't trade that anymore, right? You know, housing's a big thing, right? And you want to provide quality housing because you're trying to alleviate the stresses that the players have beyond practicing and putting their bodies on the line every weekend. So, you know, it's not easy. And so I have that question out there so that the people listening that think they can send in an expansion inquiry tomorrow, just really think about it, right? Because it affects us as a team when other teams do not meet the requirements, don't finish the season, things that have happened across all leagues. I will be really clear about that too. That is not just a national arena league epidemic. It happens across all leagues. There were some big announcements, in fact, yesterday, of a team in another league that I would have never thought would be going dormant. And usually it's for financial reasons. I don't see a lot of teams go dormant because there's not enough available free agents. It's typically because of money, right? So again, you know, I'm all for growth and expansion. I want our league to expand. I think the expansion plan under our current commissioner is the best I've ever seen. And I can say that with confidence because I've been a member of the NAL in some form of capacity, basically since the league's inception. This is not something for everybody, right? And it's a disservice to the communities as well. When you say you're going to do something in a community and then that fails, it puts not only does it put a sour taste in the community, but it also affects the ability for the league to continue to grow, because we are trying to validate over and over again the professionalism of arena football and the vehicle that it provides for players to elevate. Can't do that when other people don't view it that way. And that's most of the time, that's what happens with other teams. So again, for me, Commissioner, thank you for everything that you've done to really stabilize the league this offseason. It doesn't go unnoticed. You know, I think your job is a thankless job. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to hear a thank you every chance I get. I probably won't be as nice during the season, so don't find me. But I really do appreciate everything that you've done for the league and will continue to do.
Okay.
Well, I'll get you out of here on this because we have our special guest player. Man, the crowd is going to be loving when he's back. YouTube access, games on YouTube. Of course, it's not the same across the board. How are we trying to neutralize that to where quality is quantity? It's not just quantity, because I feel, I say it because I host our watch parties here. Mm-hmm. And the person that gets the wrath is not anybody.
Your fault.
It's always my fault. I mean, to the point where, unfortunately, one of my fans our fans.
Talking in the first person.
I did. I need a big shout out.
They're not your fan.
They're not
No,
mine, but
right.
that's okay. But anyways, they just took it a little too far and kept on, even though there's no control I have except for what we're given. Right. How are we helping that this year? And we'll get you out of here on that one.
We're working on some things.
Yeah. Okay.
There's some stuff coming out. We got a couple announcements coming out. First one will be Tuesday.
Okay.
And then there'll be some that drop after that. But we took that as a very, very serious matter this offseason, because that was one of the biggest, among other things. There are always going to be the small complaints. We know that. That was the biggest complaint.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Just to be clear, the nationalarenaleague.com, growing website, doing great. Lots of cool things to see on there. You can go on there right now, watch games from last season, including playoffs, all that good stuff. Brandon Eichert, Commissioner of the NAL.
Let's go. Well, I mean, with that, we got to bring a fan favorite. And this is your interaction time, because we're going to get to know.
All right, well, I got to take the headphones off and dap them up while you do this intro.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, let that happen behind me. We got the man, the myth, the legend is coming back. A terror on that D-line. Rudy, welcome back. to the Omaha Beef. And what I love about your story is about dreams, right?
Yes,
You were one guy who was a possibility for the NFL draft in 2023.
Yes, sir.
You came to the Omaha Beef, you won a championship, you helped dominate that line, and then you went off and decided to venture out, which I love, because that is what coaches talked about. That's what Ricky's talked about. Is this is a league about opportunities, and you can talk about, you know, your year this last year, because I could tell you I had plenty of fans go, hey, do you know where Rudy is? I'm like, no, I just know his
I
social
know where he
media.
is now.
I know his social media. I see him from a distance. What's this past year like? And kind of talk to the fans. Let them know kind of what your experience was and how important it was just to kind of get your feet wet.
Yes, sir. This past year, man, it was a bit rough though. I felt like coming in, I was well trained, well prepared, well conditioned, everything. I always put the work in the off season. So going in, I was feeling good, and then I got hit with injuries towards like the third game. I just kept battling injuries the whole year, and then eventually Tulsa Oilers ended up cutting me, and then a week or two later, I ended up signing with Tucson Sugar Skulls and finished out the season with them. I had a good rest of the year with them, so I only played about 7-8 games out of 18 weeks. So.
What'd you find different in Tulsa? Like, how did that connection come for you? What was the reason to go look at a team like the Tulsa Oilers, and how did that come about for you?
Coach Marvin Jones, he actually coached here years ago.
Yep.
He hit me up and told me he got a spot for me. He liked my film and everything. So I said, oh, bet.
Say that again. You said your film,
yes.
What he can physically see,
Yes,
not
sir.
that you had to reach out, not that you go, hey, let me try to get in these DMs. Let me send him messages like I got 7 offers. You better give me one. He reached out to you because of what you did. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I had to make sure that's a
you
point.
are good. Absolutely. Yeah, he reached out, said he would love me on the team and I'll be a great addition. So I went over there. It was a great experience, actually. Like, they took care of us, fed us wherever we wanted, freaking ice tub, bath, everything. So training room was good. It was a great experience as far as like how to treat the players and stuff like that. The atmosphere was just like Omaha.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
loud, a lot of fans every weekend. So it was a great experience.
Did they have any expectations for you when it came to the community? Did you have to go to team outings? What was that like there? And what's your kind of, and of course, you just heard us talk with the commissioner of how important that is, because not all players at all levels understand how important that is.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually went to a few elementary schools. We did a few charity events and stuff like that. And I was always a guy to like volunteer for those type of things because I know how important it is to give back to the community. When I was young, I wish I had somebody older to reach back to me and stuff and show me the way. So that's something I like to do for myself.
So shout out, first of all, let me shout you out, man, because you didn't tell me that he was coming.
You damn right I did it. Yes, sir.
And that's freaking awesome. That is
Yes,
awesome.
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you got me on that one.
Yes, sir.
I told him, I was at a wedding meeting for my daughter, and then my photographer, bless him, Kevin, coming all the way from Florida, Jacksonville. He's one of the photographers for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brought him up for my daughter's wedding so he could do the shoot. And I'm like, let me text, Rudy answered me. He said he's in, but I also know, and I'll let him talk, but last I knew he had connections here, maybe a girl, maybe not. So when I know, I was like, maybe he's in town.
It's so cool.
Maybe he's in town, but go ahead.
No,
Coach.
man. So, Rudy, look, me bringing you back to Omaha is no brainer, man. And we talk about seeing it up close. So, I was the coach in Carolina in 2024, and I got to see it real up close, praying for Guy Myers' safety every time I see Rudy coming around the edge. 24 is an amazing season for you. I hate that you went through some injuries, but look, I think that, and you could speak to this, you had a great season, great film.
Yes, sir.
So the results of that were elevation opportunities, right? Opportunity to go to Tulsa, play for Coach Jones. We love what he did here in 21. Then go to Tucson, play for Billy Back, another championship level coach at the IFL, which today we validate as an elevation, right?
Yes, sir.
free from injury, I know what kind of player you are. You're probably looking at maybe some CFL or even UFL opportunities. We still want to put together, a video package from this upcoming season that allows you to do. I've told you 1,000 times, man. You give me 3 great games and you call me and tell me the CFL cold, I'm packing your stuff for you, right?
Yeah.
But let's talk to me about what's the ultimate goal, Rudy? Let the fans know what the ultimate goal is from your playing standpoint at this point in your career. But then also talk about the opportunity to come back to Omaha, a place you called home and have had success in. What does that kind of mean to you? What are you looking to do at this point?
Right now, man, I'm just trying to motivate people back at home because where I'm from, they look at me as like an older brother and somebody that made it out from where we at. They really reach out to me for advice and stuff like that. So it's very essential that I keep going and show them like anything's possible and we could keep doing this. So for sure.
Bro, this is like anybody that follows what I do inside out of this, like these are the stories that have to be told and they're missing, right?
Yeah.
Like people just don't give any love. They don't show it. But when you get deeper than the game and you get beyond the game and people don't understand, like it's a savior sometimes for people. And when you talk on that, where did you get the motivation to understand that you could be that guy? Like, where did all that start from it? And how did you get to that point? Because we obviously, as a fan base, they all love you.
My motivation stems from my mom, man. She's a single mother and stuff. So while growing up, just seeing her get out the house 5, 6 a.m., going to work, come back to a job she really doesn't like doing just to take care of me. And I'm the only child. So that came easy for me. Once I saw that, I already knew what I wanted to do once I grew up and stuff like that, which was play ball, get a scholarship, and see how far I can take it.
That's pretty awesome. And Rudy just, again, validates why him and I get along so well. I'm also raised by a single mom, only watch the same thing, man. It's tough, right?
Yeah,
It's tough.
sure.
I never met my dad, right? So that's a struggle when the mom has to play both roles, man. So shout out to mom. She's done good. He's doing baby Rudy's doing good. He ain't so baby anymore. Rudy, where'd you go to college?
Long Island University.
Long Island University. So, look, coming back to Omaha, and I know, look, you're supposed to love all of your teammates. Who are you most excited about getting a chance to reunite with and get on the playing field with this season?
Man, I do love all my teammates when I was playing. We had a blast, man. But most excited, it's hard because I don't know everybody that's coming back. So I'm not really sure. But TJ, we're really good friends. We hang out a lot. Yes, sir. Me and TJ, we definitely hang out a lot. Ponce, he's my homeboy. We actually come from the same high school.
So since you put it out there, fans excited to let you know as of yesterday, Ponce de Leon has re-signed for the 2026 season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Graphic coming soon.
Let's give a shout out to Alyssa Maurice.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, Rudy, I got to do this with you here. So, my daughter has commented every podcast and says that I never say anything every podcast. And had you not done that, I probably wouldn't have done it this part. And she said she's going to stop watching. So, Alyssa, thank you. Dad loves you. Kiss my grandbaby for me.
Amen.
And thank you for always watching the show.
Yes. Yeah. So, Rudy, of course, the thing that we like and we've been kind of doing with players is talking about outside of football. Who is Rudy? What's your passions? What takes up some of your time besides your off-season workouts? Because, of course, this beef only takes you so far. You got to have that outside love.
Absolutely. My passion, I love helping people. I love coaching younger kids. I love just giving what I know, some knowledge to the kids. So I love, like right now I'm coaching at Miller North High School. I'm coaching the JV and varsity D-line. So far it's fun. I like doing that. I like video games too, of course. And I do a lot of like security work. I enjoy doing that. I went to school, criminal justice. So okay. Until I get done and I hang the cleats, I might get into like law enforcement and stuff. So right now I'm just doing a lot of security work just to build.
Hold on. I'm excited. I don't want to be someone to have to run from him, boy. He gonna chase you down.
I mean, he's already an enforcer on the field. Now I got off the field.
Spare the heck out of that guy? Yeah. He thought he was playing football, not cop.
There you go.
You know, you talk about high school football, and of course, Coach Negron. I coached, many years ago. What's kind of the thing that you're seeing at the high school level that you feel like you can change and impact? I think sometimes kids don't understand the importance of their social media. They don't understand the fact that maybe their parents aren't pushing them. They have to find it in themselves.
Right.
Of course, like you said, your mom's was up at 5 a.m. You might not even see her until 10 p.m. How have you kind of worked that part out? And you're helping these kids understand that.
Yeah, some of the kids, they take it for granted a little bit. So I'm just there to kind of like remind them their purpose, their why, and why they're doing this. So it's just being a constant reminder to tell them, like, you guys got to keep going 100%. Every drill is no slacking off, no loafing, no anything. So I just like to be the little annoying bug in their head just to remind them how important this is going to translate to the real world eventually. So
that one shot, they don't understand that
Exactly.
that song by Eminem is more than just a song.
absolutely.
How have you kind of took your experiences through injury and through the struggles and overcoming those and really talk to them about that part? Because I think they think that they're young, they're invincible, they can do it all, they've seen it all, but there's a lot that could be had.
Absolutely. I haven't been the type to get injured, so this injury thing was completely new for me. So it was tough just sitting and watching every weekend and not traveling with my teammates. Like college, I never missed a game. I never missed a game in high school. So it was.
It's never the physical with the injury that you're in. It's
Yeah.
the mental, man. You got to
Mental.
get through the mental. Miss one game, it can mess with your whole
The
cycle.
whole
Yeah.
season. So it's just staying focused, recovery, going to the training room, making sure I do my workouts with the trainer, and just them reassuring me like I'm gonna be back soon on the field and stuff like that. So like Coach said, it's a mental game. Once you get through that mental block, is you right there, you back in the game.
Rudy, so, in a minute, we're going to let some of the fans ask questions because I know we got a bunch of people on here that are probably excited to see you.
We got some gear.
Talk to me about, look, we know what the team goal is, right? We talk about that all the time, whether it's email, text, whatever it may be. What's some individual goals you have for this upcoming season? It's okay to have those because that's part of the success equation. What are you looking to accomplish this season on the field?
So my first year I was here, my goal was to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Somehow, some reason I didn't get that, which is crazy. But this year, definitely Defensive Player of the Year for sure.
Okay.
That's absolutely.
All right. I'm good with it. That works for me. So let's make that happen.
Well, I mean, as we say, let's give it out to the fans. If you're watching, this is your time. This is your time. Put a question. If you got a question for Rudy, he's back. He's going to be on the sidelines, on the field, just being that hype guy that we need on that D line and to just add to what we already have. It's addition. It's not a matter of change. It's addition to come back. Go ahead, throw that in the chat. If you got a question, we'll throw it at him. We have some swag to give away. We got some conference shirts over
Conference
here.
championship shirts.
Get
these out of here. We need them to be league championship shirts in
Let's
2026.
see here.
They looking nice too.
They are nice.
Rudy's like, well, I know there was a question earlier, but I think people should know when it comes to food reviews, I think they want us to go a little deeper than where's the beef. They want us to actually do a full review.
I mean, I think we could do that. I mean, I love just the cuisine in Omaha. I mean, I'm yet to eat at a bad place. So that's going to be hard. I want to be honest with the reviews, but I just get such a joy out of eating that I don't know that I can do that with any kind of objectivity. I will tell you, we don't have one bad food partner. So if you're looking for a place to eat, go to beeffootball.com, pick a restaurant. You'd be good to go tonight. I'll tell you that right now. Breakfast was amazing this morning. We've got
breakfast enchiladas. Have you ever heard
I was
that?
about to say, what you guys had?
We went to
Okie Dokie Bar and Grill,
off of
72nd
and Blondo.
Okay, I learned that from you
Yeah,
this morning.
man.
Yeah.
I tell you, they have, first of all, breakfast enchiladas. That sauce was just off
Fire.
the chains. And then they have, of course, his favorite French toast.
Rudy,
I love me some
Where
French
can you
toast.
where can you get breakfast for $11 in 2025?
Hey,
Nowhere.
no.
I got the fridge is the size of my head. It's delicious. It's amazing. Great shout out to Liz and the staff at Okie Dokie. again,
I
we've
gotta
got
try that.
you got to go there. We've got. And of course, we'll talk about it at the end of the podcast. But we've got our live special episode of our coaches show at Goose's Bar and Grill coming up at Pilia. I mean, you name it, Goose's has it, right? They have all day breakfast. They have a Taco Tuesday. They've got I think $1 wings or 50 something. I'm not completely sure. They just got food. So I'm just saying, I don't know where I could
food.
I don't know where I could send you where the food is better. It's all good. So again, huge shout out to our food partners. But I see we got some questions
Yeah, we got
coming in.
some
So,
questions.
Rudy,
We're
these
gonna
are
go
for
right
you,
here,
brother.
Nick.
Okay, let's
Nick,
do it.
one of our great fans, Nicholas Carver. He says, "What's your go-to hype song?"
Ooh, that's a good one, man. I listen to a lot of music, but can't go wrong with some NBA YoungBoy, Untouchable. Have to have it.
All right. We
got
of course, this is a sponsor as well, and we've had his company
Right,
as
Total
Lawn.
Yep. Shout
We
out
have
to Robert.
Robert out there. He says, "What's your prediction on sacks per game?" Now, I have to say one thing. The one thing that I loved about 2024 when I got to do just that part of the game was the fan interaction, was the couple safeties that I got Rudy on and just getting him where they met at the quarterback. But I'll let you answer that for Robert. We appreciate those questions out there.
sacks a game. I got at least 2. That's bare minimum though, so 2 for sure.
Oh man, I like it.
Do you have any idea how happy I'm going to be if he has 2 sacks per game this season?
Well, I mean, here's what I want.
Yeah.
You may not have seen in a previous episode. I have one request for you. You cannot do this one thing, and that's chest bump this guy. You bump.
I'm in the hospital if Rudy does that. There's no
Chest
question.
bump this guy. He's hurting unit. We had to have Brian on. Brian Insulin from Achieve Physical Therapy out there once again, another one of our sponsors.
Shout out, Brian.
Man, he's the one that shared the moment. I had no idea this thing happened. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I was like just jumping and I did this chest bump and all of a sudden I'm hurting unit."
I was in the sleeve, man. I needed the compression sleeve. I needed the next day.
Oh man, Coach Kane out there, that you're gonna have to make sure his offense on practice really gets it. He says, glad I don't have to block him again.
Oh yeah, I remember Coach. We went out there though. A couple times, yes, sir.
Yeah. What is that like for you to just think of having a player that you played against is now part of your coaching staff, and how do you think that's important to have someone that has that kind of knowledge that's been across the line from you to help the offense?
Yeah, I think it's great. Great opportunity for Coach, great opportunity from us to learn what he has to put out there and what he's learned from his career. So overall, I think it's good. He was a great player. I remember it wasn't easy getting around him back when he was playing. So I like the addition for sure.
Oh, he said he smoked you a couple times, though. Just don't forget that, he said, Coach Kane. He just said it quietly. You just didn't hear it.
I think it's on film.
Don't do it like that, Coach.
We love you, Coach.
Oh,
Kane.
yes, we do. Yeah. Well, man, I appreciate you showing up.
Man.
And I told him, I said, this was my one thing. I said, you don't have to come, but how when people are in person,
so much value.
The energy is just.
I want to go.
different.
I want to play a game. I'm ready.
I'm ready right now.
Let's go right now.
He said, let's go. Well, I mean, the only game that we might play tonight is going to be this NFL Blitz if we're going to play anything.
Yeah.
But you said it earlier, and of course, Rudy, he's in town. He could be in the house next week, next Saturday. There's one thing that's not going on. Huskers have a big game on Saturday. Go Big Red, beat Michigan.
Yep.
I don't care what anybody else says. You're in Omaha, Nebraska.
Let's
Beat
do it.
Michigan.
Beat Michigan.
Number 2, next week, the 27th, there is no Nebraska game. So what does that mean? That means you get to partake in the Omaha Beef live again. But this one's a little different. The coaches show has moved to a new location. We're at Goose's. I'll let you go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, look, well, I will say this. We're skipping Thursday's podcast, right? Because we're putting it all in on the coach's show on Saturdays. We're giving DJ K DuB day off. He really don't get a day off.
Yeah, there ain't no day off.
We're moving him to Saturday. We're making him work Saturday. But Goose's Bar and Grill, 1 to 3 p.m. live. We're gonna have Todd Walkenhorst in the house, Jason Unger in the host of the coaches show. Carell Cole Moose will be coming in from Lincoln to talk and meet with the family. Shout out to Moose. And of course, we'll be virtually interviewing Demery Croft, who is taking the helm in 2026, the new era at the quarterback position. Of course, we know, Tommy Armstrong, he retired to continue to do great things with his family and grow his business, moved down to Texas. So proud of him. But we'll have Demery Croft. So an opportunity for fans to interact with a new member of the team and then a member of the team that they've supported and loved now for the last 3 years. We'll hopefully have Rudy and some other local players in the house too. Get your merchandise signed. And again, just hang out at Goose's Bar and Grill, new venue. Nate King, their owner, just so supportive of the team and so excited to be a part of this beef family that DJ K DuB speaks so highly of. We're going to have a really good time next Saturday. I'm excited about it. And again, couldn't be more thankful that they're hosting the Coaches Show for 2026.
Well, and also on that note, just know when you get there, there's no money you got to pay to park. That's number one.
Yep.
Number two, if we have enough fans, which I know we will because you're obviously watching us live now, why not come be a part of the live? Make sure to look around. There's plenty of parking down the streets, around the corner. It's a great small neighborhood area. It's not like this big downtown Omaha. We do appreciate everything that we did get last year, but this is a smaller town area. So that means you might have to park around the corner, but just remember Goose's is right there off of 84.
Bringing some awareness to Papillion, right?
Yes.
Let's
just down the road. Let's go do it. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate my guy, Rudy.
Rudy, welcome home, brother. Welcome home, brother.
Yes, sir. We appreciate, of course,
Yep.
JK Personal Touch for helping us with everything that they do. I want to give that shout out because I tell you, this overlay just looks
unbelievable.
Immaculate.
Killing it like always.
And then, of course, in the background that you guys don't see, she doesn't do the camera, but of course, she takes care of some videos for us, and we need that, especially with all these wonderful sponsors that keep jumping in. Nicole, Coach Kane's wife, who, Coach Kane didn't introduce her to you guys and didn't even mention her when we asked about what's so great.
Oh, he's never living it down.
Yeah. We don't allow that to be lived down because we know what we always mention. We always mention friends, family.
Hey, let's give one more shout out.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Jeff Sproles, he got knee surgery this past week. He's laid up at home. Jeff, we're thinking about you, brother. Get better. I know he's feeling really good. Hopefully back in the office next week. Office isn't the same without you. But just shout out to him. Hope he feels better. And then also, look, we got to shout out our owner, Ricky Burtz. The boss man, is the reason why we can keep all this together. So big shout. He won't give himself credit unless we do. So let's give him
if
credit.
you're not noticing, things continue to grow. As you can see, the quality is going to be continuing getting better.
He's as vested in Omaha as anyone could possibly be.
DeAnthony Hall still says, my doggy, Rudy. That's what I'm talking about.
He's excited because he knows now his side is completely open, though, because he got Rudy on the other side. So he's pumped up. Now he's getting 2 sacks a game.
Meet at the backfield. That's all we need. Once again, everybody, just give a shout out. And what do we always say? Go Beef.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Woo, woo. Yeah.
The standard is the standard. We set the standard.